feel good inside, like really good. I told you about Luka. That's why I want to start off. I know we don't have all day. I want to start off with your apology to Luka Doncic because I told you that he was the real deal and he was going to force a game 7. What do you have to say about Luka's performance and forcing Chris Paul and them guys to a game 7?
I don't know what TV screen you watching. I saw a team that just got hot and another team that just wasn't hitting shots. That's all. That's all I saw.
That's all it was.
That's all I saw, bro. That, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm seeing something different.
You know, I got to talk to the bosses because what I'm seeing is you like to Gregory Hine tap dance over what you witnessing on this television that you watch. You are right. Phoenix definitely went cold. Devin Booker did not play well.
No.
Chris Paul.
Oh, no, I mean, we seen this from Chris Paul before. So, I mean, you know.
But, bro, let me ask you this, bro. If they lose a game 7, or even hypothetically, if they are able to win, and if they lose in the NBA Finals, if they make it and lose to the Finals, what is that going to say about Chris Paul's legacy? I think he is in danger of having the worst turnaround for a legacy than any other star currently in the league, especially after last year's loss. We giving him some props, but if he lose again in this fashion, bro, I don't know. I think people are going to knock his stock down. And I wouldn't be
how much can you really knock down? He'll just be like, I guess he'll go down with the John Stocktons or
that's not good. That's not good to me, man. That's not good to me.
Charles Barkley's, you know what I mean?
I don't think so because Barkley played up to his expectation all the time for the most part. Like this guy's coming up short in the biggest moments.
I mean, a lot of the things I noticed with Chris Paul has just been primarily injuries. And when it comes to these type of moments, there have been times where he's falling short, but then there's other times where it's just an injury thing, which injuries are just a part of the game. So it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, you know, we'll have to call it in question. It is what it is.
What about Devin Booker? Is Devin Booker showing? Devin Booker's showing me something different than I thought he was right now. I know this is one series, but he looked shaky.
How old is Devin Booker?
I think Devin might be between 25, 27.
I'm not worried about Devin Booker, bro. He's good.
Okay, y'all got Phoenix got the coach of the year. Y'all had the number 1 seed, the best record throughout the NBA for the year. I don't want to hear no excuses, bro. If Chris Paul and them do not get it done.
No, listen. Experience-wise, yes, I get it. But can we talk about that weak sauce they got at center, DeAndre Ayton? Because I feel like
that's not what you were saying, though.
I feel like DeAndre Ayton should be dominating more than what he should be doing, and he's not. And for him to be one of these big men that these narratives like to paint, and they want to bring him up. You know what I'm saying? He don't be showing up. But I get what you're saying, bro. I get it. Listen, Chris Paul loses this. We're going to have to look at Chris Paul a lot different, all right? I'm not worried about Devin Booker. Devin Booker got plenty of time, bro.
I had to grab
what he can do.
I had to grab my Android phone. I'm trying to find Luka Doncic's email. I want to contact him and apologize to him for me allowing you to come up on this show and be so terribly rude and disrespectful to Luka. After what you said before this game and after what we witnessed, you still ain't giving my man props. But that's cool. Right. We'll move on. We not. It's not over yet. I told you the series was not over yet. We still have a game 7. So I'm gonna let it breathe.
Listen, he win this series, I'll give him the props. You know what I'm saying? I'll give him his props.
Okay, fair enough. Let's go over to the other conference. Let's go over what happened last night in the elimination of the Philadelphia 76ers. James Harden, 0 for 2 in the second half, 11 points total. Miami is going on to the Eastern Conference Finals. What's your thoughts on the Sixers getting eliminated? Doc Rivers' next move, and good almighty James Harden. What's your thoughts, D-Money, on James Harden performance?
what do we talk about? Like we could go back to other shows and say what we said about James Harden. We knew it was going to happen. This wasn't like an unknown factor. We knew that what he did in Game 4 was a mirage. You know, we knew that was a mirage. We was like, really, he not going to shoot. That was a one-time thing. He got hot. He's not doing that again. And lo and behold, look what you got. And then,
he leaves a dirty taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know if guys remember. If you remember last season in the playoffs, in Game 6 and Game 7 versus Milwaukee, when he was aligned with Kevin Durant, James Harden, I believe, went 5 for 18 from the three-point line. He did not play well last season in the playoffs. I know people want to say the injury and all that.
Yeah.
Let's go back to 2015, I think, versus the Golden State Warriors, where he had like 12 turnovers in one game. Like, James Harden has had moments in the playoffs that has just been ridiculous. And I remember there was at one point people was comparing him offensively from the perimeter of Michael Jordan and Kobe and some of these other guys, bro.
Listen, you can't even put him over. They already tried to put him over Dwayne Wade. Now, despite what I feel about Dwayne Wade went and got him one. We still waiting on James Harden to do what he, to accomplish what all these other guys that he's being compared to accomplish. And then on top of this, right, check this out. All that James Harden had to do was wait. All he had to do was wait. Wait till KD got back. If he would have waited until KD got back, we wouldn't have been talking about what James Harden could do or couldn't do, because he would have been the third starter and would have been able to move around in that offense. But no, he got to be, the guy, or he want to do it his way. So
look who he has been aligned with since he's been in this. We got to take a real good look at. He's been with Embiid, Durant, Kyrie, Russell Westbrook, Dwight Howard.
Keep it going.
What is it going to take for James Harden to
Chris Paul? Yeah.
Yikes. James Harden, bro. I don't want to say he's washed like everyone else is. I'm not going to say that.
He's not committed, bro. He came in this season. He came in the season out of shape. Even Kevin Durant, Kevin Durant said he was astonished about how out of shape he was when he came in the beginning of the season. He's not in shape. And even Amari Stoudemire, I don't know if you've seen Amari Stoudemire talk about him. He came in not in shape. So what is he really committed to? He's too busy following these rappers. He wants to go to the clubs, do all this other stuff instead of playing basketball. You know what I mean?
You sound like a hater a little bit, D-Money. You don't want this man to live his life? No, you don't want James to live his life?
No, live your life. But if you know what I'm saying, the least that you can do is be in shape. And you know what I'm saying? That's the least you can do.
I really, really need to talk to the bosses about this, man. What do you think about Doc Rivers, man? The Lakers apparently, reportedly this morning, are increasingly interested in reaching out for Doc Rivers to be their head coach. Do you think it's a done deal? The writing is on the wall. Doc is going to Philly. Can we at least say that much?
Yeah, that's a fact. I don't blame this totally on him.
God, you just give pass after pass, D.
No. Hear me out. All right. When you got a guy like James Harden, we have a guy like James Harden, is what it is. Now, I will say this. This is what he did do, because we were scared that they was going to lose to Toronto, which didn't happen, right? So that kind of, he got over that. But now it's like, okay, you have two superstars. Well, I guess, can you call James Harden a superstar now?
No, we ain't. We not. Yeah, that's what y'all. Wait a minute. We're not going to do that, D-Money. Y'all been praising him as this guy for the longest time. Now that the mirror has been put in front of him, we still going to classify him, because see, y'all going to have to eat those words. Yes, we're going to label him a superstar because yes, that's what y'all was calling him. Former MVP.
Oh, no, I wasn't calling that.
Well, maybe not. Okay, I'll talk about the general public.
That's what the media, the general public calls him a superstar. I knew once Mario Chalmers had locked him up that one time, and there's been just so many situations with James Harden that just says, bro, where is your heart, bro? Where it's somewhere like lying on the ground, or you keep leaving your heart at these strip clubs. I don't know what you be doing. So at this point, I don't know what you do with Doc Rivers. I don't know what Doc Rivers does for the Lakers. You can't get James Harden to listen to you. You damn sure not gonna get Westbrook to listen to you. You know what I'm saying? Or even he may be cool with LeBron James, but come on, man, with Doc, bro. Nah, dog. I don't know, man. It's looking real shaky out here. Hey, if I'm Embiid, I might start looking elsewhere.
Embiid ain't in no position. Stop it, D-Money. He played just as bad. He played just as bad last night as James Harden. All right, okay, we're going to give excuses. You just full of excuses, and you're full of it, and I ain't with it right now. I'm just going to go by what I see and what the facts are. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, Joel Embiid, immature. I already told you he was a problem. So this whole Philly thing, we kind of expected this to happen. So what's up? Because we talk about the Lakers and Doc Rivers. Phil Jackson is now in the mix. He's talking about the Lakers should trade LeBron and build around Russell Westbrook. I wasn't sure if that statement was true. I had to do some research. What do you think about Phil Jackson saying that? And with Phil Jackson apparently being a part of this nucleus, how do you think that's going to affect LeBron?
We still listen to Phil Jackson in 2022? I ain't think we were still doing that. I didn't think that was a thing, bro. I thought that we were past that.
Can you see the Lakers doing that? Can you see the Lakers trading LeBron to build around Russell?
Hell no. No. We're not, like, what are we doing with Russ? Like, Russ's best days, if you're talking about like a 27, 26-year-old Russ, okay, we can talk about it. Russ is 32? No, bro. Nah, bro. He's lost his mind. I don't know we don't care about what Phil Jackson's talking about, bro. As far as I'm concerned, like, a lot of these old guys' philosophies are starting to become extinct in the new NBA anyway. So
true. That's true. That is true. That is true.
So I wouldn't even, I'd take it for a grain of salt and just go on about your business. The fact of trading LeBron, like, what do you?
Don't say what are you going to get from. This is still the best player in the world. That's a conversation we'll have another time. We're going to talk about that. But what I'm saying is just this. I told you, I want LeBron gone. I don't like the lack of respect. Mm-hmm. So if they want to trade him, fine. Trade him. I don't care how silly it sounds. Get LeBron out of there because I will no longer be a supporter of the Lakers. So I want them to part ways, to be honest. Send them to Toronto for Fred VanVleet and some of those other guys. Look, they call it LeBronto anyway, so send his ass to Canada.
It just doesn't make sense to me, especially for somebody that's his age. And I mean, how much longer you may have. I mean, you're not going to get. I mean, I'm going to trade over a superstar player for like maybe two more years from LeBron.
Right. No, I agree.
So I don't know. Lakers kind of they shot themselves in the foot. They actually had a nucleus, but they don't know how to build talent. So a lot of issues that's going on with the Lakers is their fault. And then it's at an uncontrollable bleeding that they can't get out of. If you're going to trade somebody, you trade Anthony Davis. That's it. That's point blank period. That's the only trading card that you got right now that's still somewhat marketable. You know what I mean? You can't market these other two guys to where it makes sense. You could probably make sense with Anthony Davis. You can make it make sense.
Let me get your quick reaction on the NBA having MVP awards for the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. They naming them after Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. Now, that surprised me. I understand the storyline and the history between those two names. But LeBron James have won more Eastern Conference titles and have more Eastern than anybody. So them not naming that award after him was very disrespectful. But what do you think about them having an MVP for the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference?
Everybody want participation awards, man. We doing that. Like we starting to include everybody now. I guess, it's not enough to be competitive anymore. So we just gonna try to divide. I guess at this point, if you're going to do that, you might as well just divide it by not just the conference, just divided by what? Out of these four teams, you might as well divide it that way. What's the best MVP out of each one? Like, it's participation awards, man. I'm not a big fan of it at all. Like, oh, okay, you want to give a big ode to these guys. We got these guys are Hall of Famers. But even still, you still got Jerry West as like the logo. We've been asking to change for the logo for years. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
two things I got to say about this. Number one, I would have preferred them to change the MVP format and include the playoffs before they made a decision. If they're going to change awards and things like that, that would probably be my first request, is include the playoffs in the conversation for MVP. Because we see year after year, the person who wins the MVP comes up so short early on in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's one thing. Number two, when it comes to these awards with the East and the West, I mean, like you said, the participation awards, but I'm not going to knock anybody for getting any hardware. That's cool. But I don't want to hear any conversations when we debating legacies. You can't bring up no Eastern Conference and Western Conference trophy MVP. Well, I don't want to hear that when we comparing legacies and stuff like that. So that's just my only problem.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. You can't. That throws some of the legacy stuff out the window. So,
Brittany Griner, Brittany Griner is going to be. She's her detention in Russia was extended to 30 days. I'm surprised. What's your thoughts on that before we sign off on Brittany still being in Russia and still there for another 30 days?
Listen, man, I'm more so like, finally you guys are starting to pay attention and try to get her out of there. Of course, now that, Russia finally has USA attention on this, of course it's going to make it hard for us to go get her back. You know what I mean? If it's another 30 days, I guess, you ain't got no choice to kind of deal with it. You just going to have to deal with it and then hopefully get it back after that. If it starts kind of getting more than that, it's starting to get problematic. It's already problematic as it is that it's went this long before you guys actually stepped up to say anything.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm disappointed in that the lack of education and information being given on this matter. Like, this thing has been under wraps. We don't see media covering this thing as much as I think we should. We should have a lot of detailed information on what has happened in the last 2-3 months with Brittany. And a lot of people really don't know anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And now the WNBA season started, and now you want to start paying attention and want to start trying to grab.
That's phony. That's cap. That's cap.
Yeah, nah, bro.
Word. All right, guys, we are out of here, man. This is the Best of 7 Sports Talk. Make sure y'all check out the Best of 7 Sports Talk podcast, available on all streaming platforms. Follow us on social media as well. Follow me on Twitter at the Best of 7. My guy D Money, let everybody know where they can follow you at, bro. Appreciate you again.
No problem, bro. Just follow me, at McCray Darian, or just call, just look up D Money on Twitter. You gonna find me. So, like I said, still got some things coming up. Hopefully in the next couple of months. Just wait on some things to fall in place. We're gonna see a difference. You're gonna see me a lot more. So
turn up time, man. If people want to know, I being the people, am I going to be a co-host on your new sports show? That's all the people want to know. That's all I want to know. I need an application and a resume.
As long as you're not blasphemous as you are in basketball, as you know what I'm saying, with football.
I might get an interview.
I think you're pretty fair with the football, but basketball, you're just, I don't know. There's no saving you. You know what I'm saying? So maybe we can salvage you in the football lane. You know what I mean? So we'll see what goes on.
I got an interview, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pass the piss test, but we on to a start, man. This is the Best of 7 Sports Talk. I'm Seven Mitchell. That is D Money. We are out. All right, man. Peace to my NBA family. It's your host, Seven Mitchell, with the Best of 7 Sports Talk. I just wanted to take this time out to say thank you to each and every one of you guys for so much support for the podcast. I hope you guys are really enjoying some of the outside the box angles we take, bringing you in these NBA storylines. Please don't forget to like and share. Most importantly, rate the podcast. You can follow us on social media. All the links will be in the description. And if you would like to contribute to the Best of 7 Sports Talk platform, We have merchandise available, as well as links for the merch, and donations will be all in the description. Once again, thank each and every one of you guys in the NBA community for supporting the show. This is Seven Mitchell with the Best of Seven Sports Talk. Let's talk some NBA action.